Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Steel City Sports Report. I am your host, Brady Vini, and today we are watching and reacting to the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are 6-2 on the year, coming off of their bye week, going into D.C. to take on the Washington Commanders, who have really taken the league by storm this year. One of the more shockingly good teams at 7-2. You will have, I believe that is Iron Eagle and Davis on the call for this game. Lots of stuff to talk about. Of course, this is the first game after the bye. The first game after the trade deadline, excuse me. The Steelers have two new additions who will play today. That is wide receiver Mike Williams from the New York Jets. Up in New York this year really hasn't been his year. I mean, it's a crowded wide receiver room up there, and Aaron Rodgers being a diva quarterback and the offense being dysfunctional for most of the year didn't pan out for him. But the Steelers have had their eye on Williams for some time, going back to the offseason. They tried to bring him in for a visit and sign him, but he inevitably ended up staying in New York. Now he's a Steeler. Do not expect him to play too much. I mean, I would cap it off at about 10, 15 at most. 20 snaps, but that's a long shot of him playing 20 snaps in this one. The other addition, Preston Smith, outside linebacker, defensive end. He's really a jack of all trades. You can put him on the line. You can put him outside like TJ Watt or Alex Highsmith. He will also play today. No Nick Herbig for the Steelers, so he will be the main guy, first guy on the field should Watt or Highsmith come out and need a breather. He can go in and give you some really high-quality reps. Had 28 sacks over his last 4 years in his last 4 years in the NFL. Really got pushed out of Green Bay because their change of system on defense didn't really fit his needs. So, and also another addition, Cam Sutton back in the fold for the Steelers. He will mainly play slot corner, and him and Beanie Bishop. I think Bishop will have the edge over, who gets the higher number of snaps simply because of his performance in the last two games for the Steelers. But Cam Sutton is back in there. He's like a trade acquisition all on his own. So he's back. On the Commanders side, they made one huge addition at the trade deadline. That was defensive back corner Marshawn Lattimore from the Saints. He will not play today. He is dealing with a hamstring injury, did not practice at all, and will be inactive today. Also inactive for the Commanders is running back Brian Robinson Jr., who is, one of the more upstart running backs in the NFL. So we'll see what tandem they go with. They're showing their running backs right now. You got Austin Eckler, who is a veteran of that room, formerly with the Los Angeles Chargers, same like Mike Williams, who's now with the Steelers, and Chris Rodriguez. I believe his first name is Chris. Yeah, Rodriguez. So, the game will be coming up next. Also out, very interesting matchup for the Steelers. Charles Leno, who is the starting left tackle for the Commanders, he is out today. And also right tackle Andrew Wiley is dealing with a shoulder injury for the Commanders. He is active but will not start. So you got TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, and Preston Smith going up against backup left and right tackles today of the Commanders. If I had to say what matchup for both sides would be on offense, I would be very intrigued to watch rookie center Zach Frazier for the Steelers. He has been out the past 3 weeks with an ankle injury. He is back. He will play today, and it's his first game snapping the ball to Russell Wilson. I know they played together some in the preseason, but the last guy he was snapping a ball to was Justin Fields, and Fields is no longer the starter. So it'll be interesting to see how Zach Wilson fares, and he will be going up against Daron Payne. No Jonathan Allen for the Commanders. Jonathan Allen, a 2-time Pro Bowl defensive tackle for the Commanders, really one of their biggest, if not their biggest name on defense. He is on IR. He will not play, but they do have a great second D lineman in Daron Payne. We'll have to see if he's lined up on Frazier, how well Frazier does, and if he gets help. On the other side, I could easily say it'll be the front seven containing rookie quarterback Jayden Daniels for the Commanders. Daniels lighting the league, 9 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, over 2,000 yards, or just about over 2,000 yards passing. So it'll be interesting to see how they contain him. But I'm going to go with Terry McLaurin against Joey Porter Jr. Terry McLaurin, one of the most underrated wide receivers in the entire NFL. He is very good. He has caught 6 of Daniels' 9 touchdown passes this year. I think Joey Porter Jr. will travel with him. And, McLaurin, he's one of those more go up and get the ball guys. He's not too much of like the smaller, quicker guys that Porter can have trouble with. I think this will be a good matchup. It's big on big there, as they like to call it. So Joey Porter Jr. versus Terry McLaurin will have my eyes on that. But yeah, just looking at some other news and notes about this game. Some other returning names for the Steelers. Cordarrelle Patterson is back in that running back room, back on the field after dealing with a hamstring injury. I think it was a hamstring, at least. Might have been an ankle. I don't know. But he is back. He will be not necessarily, I don't think he might get too many snaps in the running back game, but I think he will more be so, striking fear back into the return game. We haven't seen him return a kick yet this year, Cordarrelle Patterson. We're just waiting for that opportunity. Maybe he gets it today. We will see. But you got Najee Harris playing his best football of his career right now, and Jaylen Warren finally looking like the Jaylen Warren of last year, who can be dynamic. Najee's going to be your thunder, who's going to run through your face for about 4 or 5 yards, and then you got Jaylen Warren, who can break off the big one. Okay, again, guys, please be sure to like, comment, and share. I can pop up your comments that you leave in the live chat here on the screen, so please be sure to comment. I can interact with you guys. It keeps things fresh on the stream. Also at 160 subscribers. Please be sure to subscribe to the channel. Help grow things here. Looking on X here, Steelers taking the field. And how about that game this morning? Started at 9 o'clock, just wrapped up right before I went live. The Carolina Panthers knock off the New York Giants on a game-winning overtime field goal. They are now 3-7 on the year. The Giants now are 2-8. So the Giants currently have the number 1 overall pick in the draft. Yeah, so looking at your wide receiver room today, inactives. I can read off the inactives real quick. It was Kyle Allen, of course, is going to be your emergency quarterback 3. No surprise there. Scotty Williams is the odd man out in the wide receiver room. Today, he will be a healthy scratch. Of course, you had Ben Skoranek, who was on IR with a shoulder injury. He's back. He's going to contribute mainly in special teams. So Scotty Miller, the odd man out, he's a healthy scratch here today. You got C.J. Henderson, the former first-round pick who is signed to the Steelers practice squad and been elevated. He's on a healthy scratch today. Nick Herbig, of course, we know hamstring injury, which really hamstrings have been the injury of the season for the Steelers. I do not know why. I think the training and conditioning staff needs to look into that, but he is out with a hamstring injury. Lots of hamstrings injury on this team. And guard Max Sharping is also inactive. Like I said, Brian Robinson Jr., Marshawn Lattimore, Cornelius Lucas, all out for the Commanders. Also is their top kicker, Austin Seibert. He is out. And then a couple of other lower on their roster names. Kickoff is away. It will be fielded by Jaylen Warren at the 4-yard line. Warren runs it out past the 20, runs into a sea of red jerseys, all red, or I guess they call it burgundy. They said they were giving burgundy towels away at this game. So Warren makes it out to about the 23-yard line, and here comes Russell Wilson. They show Danny Smith on the sideline there. I guess Danny Smith, I think he had a little cut here, if I saw that right. He has a little cut right here below his left eye, so showing some scowl. 1st and 10 Steelers. Van Jefferson, George Pickens on the field. Saw Darnell Washington as well. Calvin Austin there as well. Najee Harris in the backfield. Wilson takes the snap, hands it off to Najee Harris, hands it off. Maybe Najee tripped a little bit there, but he got ahead for a 2-yard gain. So looking at the Steelers offensive line, they're popping it up on the screen now. Dan Moore Jr., Isaac Seumalo, Zach Frazier, and Mason McCormick with Broderick Jones at right tackle. Very inexperienced right side of that offensive line. Especially who would have thought that the two rookies drafted, besides Troy Fautanu, Zach Frazier and Mason McCormick will be starting at this point. Wilson takes snap, fakes the handoff, tosses it out to Darnell Washington. We've seen that play a ton, and Darnell just absolutely burying rookie corner nickel Mike Sanders, former national champion with the Michigan Wolverines. The rookie just gets planted, and that is a play that we have seen a ton this year, though. I believe it was the last 3 games now. It's been a rollout, fake the handoff, roll out to the left or to the right for Russell Wilson and hit Darnell Washington coming back across. That play has been run. I think that's the first pass made by Wilson in the last 3 games. Now it's a handoff to Cordarrelle Patterson. Patterson will get a gain of about 1.5. They stop him on 3rd down, so it'll be 4th and 1. Daron Payne, as we were talking about him in the pregame, working on rookie guard Mason McCormick. Cordarrelle Patterson ran to the right, could not get the first down marker, and that is going to be an exact 4th and 1 by the looks of it. So Corliss Waitman, the punter, been decent for the Steelers this year, which is all we can ask with the injury to Cameron Johnston in the first game of the year. Waitman gets it away. It will be fielded and bobbled at the 15, and he fell back on it. Well, they're going to fight for it. Ben Skoranek in there fighting for it. That was Olamide Zacchaeus. The punt hit him right in the face mask. He went up to catch it like this, and the ball hit him in the hands and face mask. It luckily bounced. It didn't get too far from him. He was just fell back on top of it just before Ben Skoranek, freshly active off of IR, could get there. So a deep sigh of relief already for the Commanders. And now here is rookie out of LSU, Jayden Daniels, who is the easy favorite for Rookie of the Year so far this year. His first play of the game is a handoff to the veteran running back, Austin Eckler, the former Charger, gets a gain of about 4 on the play. Looking at the offensive line, like we talked, Brandon Coleman, the rookie left tackle. He will be in charge of Alex Highsmith. Former Steeler backup right tackle Trenton Scott will be going up against TJ Watt with Andrew Wiley on the sidelines injured. With Eckler to his right, Jayden Daniels takes a snap, throws it short. It will be caught. I believe that is Zach Ertz. I am unsure. Whistles blow. The ball came out, but it was well after the whistle was blown. That was Zach Ertz. That'll be a gain of about 3 or 4. 3rd and 3 now coming up for the Commanders. Ertz caught the ball, was immediately met by 3 Steelers. The ball did come out at the end, but it was after the whistle blown. So now Daniels on 3rd down. Sends a man in motion, takes a snap, looks to pass. He'll throw it, and it is just wide of Zacchaeus. Beanie Bishop and Patrick Queen were the nearest defenders for the Steelers. So a ball high and outside for Zacchaeus, who muffed the punt moments ago. That was read perfectly by Patrick Queen. Did not rush. Read the quarterback's eyes, and him starting to move over towards Zacchaeus made Daniels throw that ball wide. Now it is punter Tress Way for the Commanders. He stands at their own 8-yard line. Steelers bring pressure. Way gets it away. It will be signaled a fair catch by Calvin Austin, and he will receive it at about the 30-yard line of the Steelers. So 11:25 remaining, 2 3-and-outs, 1 for each side. And that will take us to our first break. We will be back in a matter of moments. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 11:25 in the first quarter. The Steelers and Commanders exchange 3-and-outs to start this one. Lots and lots of terrible towels spotted in those seats at the formerly FedEx Stadium. Not sure what it's called now. Pass over the middle is incomplete for Pat Freiermuth. There's a flag down, however. Ben St. Juste was all over. And it is pass interference on Freiermuth. So Russell Wilson starts off this drive with a pass over the middle looking to get Pat Freiermuth going. And Benjamin St. Juste grabbing the right shoulder of Pat Freiermuth. That's going to get called. And the Steelers get a gain up from their 30-yard line up to now their own 44. George Pickens at the bottom of the screen. It looks like it is Calvin Austin or Van Jefferson at the top. It is Van Jefferson. Handoff is to Najee Harris. Bounces off of one man and another and jutes his way forward. A good gain of about 6 yards there for the Nodge. Again, like I mentioned, lots of terrible towels mentioned in the seats of the Commander Stadium. I'm sure a bunch of those fans just stayed there from Friday's game, the Capitals and Penguins. And now it's Najee Harris again running forward in a rugby scrum, pushes him forward for the first downs. They are showing Justin Fields on the sideline. He is active today before the Steelers bye week. He was the third quarterback, and now we have a Steeler down. That is Broderick Jones. He is limping on that right ankle. Was helped up by a couple of teammates. And yeah, Broderick Jones is being very ginger on that right ankle. Broderick was pushing someone and looks like he might have had the back of his legs fallen on by Najee Harris, who is diving forward. Seems like Jones walked to the sidelines under his own power. Into the game now. Looks like that is Calvin Anderson. He was signed to the active roster from the New England Patriots. What a story he is. Calvin Anderson gets his first snap. Russell Wilson fakes the handoff, now rolls out to the right, looking to pass, holding the ball still, and he will just chuck it out of bounds. Pat Freiermuth and Ben Skoranek were downfield there, but both covered well. So 2nd and 10 now. And after one snap, Calvin Anderson exits, and Broderick Jones is back in. So maybe it was just momentary pain for Broderick Jones. He's back in there now at right tackle. Looks like George Pickens is lined up at the bottom of the screen. Not sure if he is lined up past the line of scrimmage. Just as a handoff to Jaylen Warren. Warren ran to the left and then busted it back to the right once he had the edge. And he will get ahead for first down yardage. A good run there by Jaylen Warren and some good blocking downfield by the offensive line. Great job there by Dan Moore Jr. and Darnell Washington taking a couple of bodies with them, allowing Warren to, once he had the left edge, he broke it right a little and went upfield for the first down. Freiermuth in motion. Najee Harris to the right of Wilson. George Pickens at the top of the screen. Looks like that might be Mike Williams at the bottom of the screen. No, that's Van Jefferson, excuse me. This one here looked like a comebacker for George Pickens. I don't think he was ready for the ball. That was incomplete. Ben St. Juste. Pickens got his head around that ball. Might have been a little bit too inside on Pickens. He tried to basket catch it, but it went off of his arms and incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. Jaylen Warren to Wilson's left. Wilson takes a snap, throws it. It is going to be incomplete. Looks for a quick hitter there to Van Jefferson, but there is a flag, however. It is 3rd and 10 for the moment. Let's see what the flag is. And it's going to be a roughing the passer on the blitzing safety, Jeremy Chin, former Carolina Panther. Wilson took a shot. Number 11, Jeremy Chin. Let's see here. Chin was lined up to the left of the formation, and he just came in and looks like almost the Roman Reigns Superman punch, just jumped up and came down on Wilson. So a 3rd and 10 turns into a new set of downs. Steelers are in the Heinz catch-up red zone. This will be from the 16. Freiermuth from the left of the rotation to the right. Heavy set. Wilson hands it off to Najee. Najee running a little bit to the left there, but he is met at the line and stopped right there. No gain on the play. They'll give him a gain of 1, actually. So the heavy set gets sniffed out by the Commanders. Now the big man, Cordarrelle Patterson, the joker of this offense, can play just about every position. Judging by his pregame routine throwing with fans in the stands, he could be quarterback 2 in a pinch. Wilson takes a snap. Cordarrelle Patterson pass blocking. He's going to chalk it up to the end zone, and it is caught! Oh my goodness, George Pickens! Are you kidding me? Touchdown, Pittsburgh Steelers! Russell Wilson just lobbing it up. A rainbow. Go get it, George. Wow, what a catch for George Pickens. All hands. He was lined up. Had to adjust. Oh my goodness, what a catch. Pickens ran to the end zone. Broke it right just a little bit. The throw was a little bit to the left. Pickens had to reach up across his body and snag the catch. The kick is up, and it is good for Chris Boswell. So the Steelers draw first blood. George Pickens on Igbanani. And that is wide receiver 1 stuff right there, ladies and gentlemen. George Pickens with an absolutely amazing highlight reel grab. You're going to see that one on ESPN. You go on your social medias. It won't be too long for it to be up there as well. What a catch. Steelers up 7-0. We will be right back after this short break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 10 of you in the chat right now. Please be sure to like and comment, live comment on this video. I can pop those up on the screen and we could have a conversation that way. An absolute high athleticism catch by George Pickens. The kickoff is away for Chris Boswell. It'll be fielded at about the 7 and returned out. And meeting the returner there is Pro Bowl special teamers Miles Killebrew. That was Austin Eckler returning it. George Pickens, one of the better catches you will see him make this season. The ball tracking, the body control, the hands, all of it. A wide receiver one type of catch right there for GP. And now the Steelers defense gets back to work. Jaden Daniels takes the snap with Eckler in the backfield. Daniels will throw it on a quick slant here. That is caught by Terry McLaurin. I think that was Joey Porter Jr. on him. So a gain of 9 on the Commanders' first play. Now Dante Jackson is lined up with McLaurin. Commanders, quick style play there, and it is blown up there. Austin Eckler gets the handoff from Jaden Daniels, and it is the big offseason acquisition, Patrick Queen. He shoots the gap before Eckler even gets there. And that is a loss of 2 or 3 yards on the play. What a job there by Patrick Queen, and a thunderous hit there on Eckler. A 2nd and 1 turns into 3rd and 3. Daniels takes the snap. He looks to pass. Daniels, he's going to be wrapped up and taken down. Pressure was all around him, but it is the captain, Cam Hayward. Ooh, losing my voice. Terrible towels. They are waving. Pressure all around him. TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith. TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith sealed the edge. Daniels looked to escape there, but Keanu Benton jumped in front of him, and then it was Cam Hayward finishing it off for the sack. Great play all around by the defense right there. The punt is away for Tress Wade. It's fielded at the 19 from Calvin Austin. He's looking for a way out, and he will run to the right and get a gain of maybe 5 yards there out of bounds. So the Steelers defense stepping up big. Another 3 and out. It was a quick slant gain of 9 to Terry McLaurin. An absolute monstrous run stuff by Patrick Queen. And then Cam Hayward ends that drive with a sack. They take a commercial. I'm going to take a break as well. We'll be right back in a matter of moments before the Steelers offense takes the field again. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The first play of the Steelers' third drive of the game is going to be a sack. It was the linebacker Frankie Luvu who blew up that play. Second down now. Not sure what happened. I was getting my screen back up. A faking of the handoff by Russell Wilson, and Frankie Luvu from the right side of the offensive line came in untouched for the sack. Loss of 8 on the play. So the Steelers' drive now is backed up to their 13-yard line. Wilson running to the right. He'll throw it out of bounds, incomplete. And he was hit again after the play there by Dorrance Armstrong, the defensive end. So after the Steelers' defense gets a 3-and-out, a nightmarish start to the drive here for the Steelers. And now it's just well covered all the way around by the Washington Commanders. There was nobody open downfield. Jaylen Warren, the third down, back to Wilson's right. Wilson takes the snap, hands it off to Warren. He will run ahead for about 2 yards there. That was just to get some more room for the punt unit and Corliss Waitman to work with here. Fourth down and long here, so the punt unit will come on. 5 of you in the chat. Thank you all for joining me. Please be sure to like, comment, and share this stream, as well as subscribe to the channel. As always, you can comment live in the live chat here. I can pop those up on the screen and we can talk things out. And it's a fake here, and it's going to be incomplete. Oh my goodness. A fake on 4th and long from your own red zone. It was a direct snap to Miles Killebrew. There was no one on James Pierre, the gunner. In the pass to Pierre, I couldn't see it on the replay. I'm not sure if it was short, but Pierre couldn't make the catch. Pierre was left all alone. It was a direct snap, and it was just, oh my goodness, Pierre couldn't catch it. It's at the Pittsburgh 15.5. Daniels to pass. It's out to Zacchaeus. He is going to make one move and get up near first down yardage at the 6. A disastrous decision for the Steelers. They faked it deep in their own side of the field. And it is the backup corner, James Pierre. We see now why you're a corner. Did not catch it. And it gives the Commanders life. I am absolutely baffled by that decision. Your defense just had 2 3-and-outs to start the game, and now the Commanders with life. It's a handoff to Chris Rodriguez. He's going to bounce. Excuse me, that wasn't Rodriguez. That was Eckler. He bounced off of one guy and landed just short of the goal line. Tackle made by Minkah Fitzpatrick. So from the 1-yard line now, the Commanders with the opportunity to tie the game and take momentum. They show the former Arizona Cardinals head coach Cliff Kingsbury, who is their offensive coordinator. His offense has been dynamic, looking to get into the touchdown. It's a pitch to the right. Eckler makes a man miss. That was Fitzpatrick, and into the end zone for the touchdown. That is Austin Eckler. So an absolutely terrible, unfortunate, whatever negative connotation you could describe, that is what just happened within the last 2 minutes for the Pittsburgh Steelers. A big gamble, a fake on 4th down turns into 7 points for the Washington Commanders, just like that. I am absolutely dumbfounded by that decision. Your team, your defense just had 2 3-and-outs to start the game, and convincing ones at that. And a fake 4th down pass to James Pierre goes incomplete deep in your own end of the field. And it turns into 7 in just 4 plays. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 7-7 ball game with 3:44 left in the first quarter. The Steelers may have just shifted the tides back on themselves. They had all of the momentum to start this game. A touchdown drive on their a touchdown drive on their second offensive drive of the game. 2 3-and-outs to start this one for the Steelers defense. And on 4th and long from their own red zone, the Steelers, it was a good call. Don't get me wrong, it was a good call, but just at the wrong time. Russell Wilson under center, Zach Frazier. Calvin Austin back in motion. Najee Harris running left. And Calvin Austin, not the play you need right there. They send Calvin Austin in motion from the left of the line to the right. And you have your smallest wide receiver in your receiver room block for Najee Harris. Warren gets pushed back, and Najee gets stopped at the line of scrimmage. Wilson under center again. Austin in motion again. It's another handoff to Harris. Running to the left and then to the right. And Najee only gets a gain of a few there. Maybe they give him 2. We'll see. It'll be 3rd and 8 now. Again, going back to the fake. It was the right call, just at the wrong time. They had Pierre wide open, but he couldn't catch the ball. Wilson now to pass. He's going to chuck up another moon ball here, and that is intended for Van Jefferson, but it was behind him a bit. Did not track that one cleanly the whole way. Couldn't adjust his body to make the catch, so a 4th and 8 upcoming here. So another 3 and out. That now makes 2 3 and outs for the Commanders, I believe. And that's going to be the 3rd 3 and out for the Steelers, if I'm correct. So not much doing on offense despite the 7-7 score. Punt is away for Waitman. It's a short one that will be caught at the 28 of the Commanders. So another commercial break. I'm going to take another break. Still trying to process the failed 4th down fake. We'll be back in a matter of moments. Welcome back. Austin Eckler lines up behind Jaden Daniels. Handoff will be met in the backfield. Larry Ogunjobi, hello. Good night. Larry Ogunjobi beats his man. That was the center, Tyler Biadasz. The drive for the Commanders started at their own 28. Now they're back to their own 26. Daniels takes a snap. He's back to pass. He's going to get flushed out. He throws over the middle. It is behind the intended target and the trailing defender. Incomplete. Alex Highsmith forcing Daniels to roll out to the right momentarily. That pass goes incomplete. Daniels back to pass yet again on 3rd and 13. He throws this one over the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. And how about that, Patrick Queen? Showing why the Steelers paid him the big money. He breaks up that pass with a perfect timed hit. That was intended for Terry McLaurin. Also bearing down on McLaurin was the returning Cam Sutton. So good play there by the Steelers defense. And maybe that's just the way this game's going to be. Two stifling defenses. Maybe who makes the bigger splash play defensively will win this game. This one is going to be it was a fake caught by Calvin Austin. It faked out the camera. I had no idea what was going on. The cameraman got faked out as well. Calvin Austin, a beautiful sell of catching that football, and it rolled all the way back to the end zone for a touchback. So great sell by Calvin Austin as the Steelers take the field. And yeah, that ball bounced maybe at about the 15, and it took 3 bounces. And wow, that was close for the Commanders. So the ball hit somewhere between the 15 and the 20, if I'm seeing that correctly from the angles they're giving me. It bounced 3 times, and just by a matter of, 5 feet maybe, snuck inside into the end zone of the left pylon there. Very close to being downed in front of the 1-yard line. Maybe it would have been better if the Commanders faked. One of the Commanders actually saw where that ball was going to be bouncing at. This is a quick pass out, screen pass for Calvin Austin. He shakes and bakes and shakes off a tackle for a gain of about 6 or 7 yards there. So second and manageable here for the Steelers. They pop up the division standings. Both of these teams at the top of their respective divisions. Steelers atop of the AFC North with a 6-2 record. The Ravens closely trailing them, and the Commanders sit 7-2 atop of the NFC East with the Eagles closely behind. This is a handoff to Jaylen Warren. He breaks it to the left untouched and gets first down yardage and then some. Good run of 10-plus yards there for Jaylen Warren. The offensive line held up greatly there, and the edge rusher, Obata, pushed Dan Moore Jr., the left tackle, back, but didn't pick up the running back, Jaylen Warren. 1st and 10 now, and this 1st and 10 is going to take us to the second quarter. So the Steelers avoid the 3-and-out. That's a start. They avoid the 3-and-out after a pretty defensive-led first quarter. 7-7 is the score, but defense reigned supreme. So they take a break. I'm going to catch my breath here. We'll be back in a matter of moments. Welcome back. 1st and 10 from the 31. Or, excuse me, that's the 36. Russell Wilson takes the snap, and after holding it for a minute, he checks it down to Jaylen Warren. That'll be a gain of about 3 or 4 on the play. So Jaylen Warren getting involved in the passing game right there. 2nd and 7. Man in motion is Calvin Austin. Russell Wilson under center. Austin back in motion again. It's a handoff to Jaylen Warren. And Warren runs right into the arms of Daron Payne. Wasn't going anywhere there. So it'll be 3rd and 6 after a gain of about 1. And that's a hard-fought one running into the big Payne. Now it is 3rd and 6. Wilson making his audibles at the line. Takes the snap. It's a quick pass out here to George Pickens, and he's going to get wrapped up and tackled short of the line to game by Mike Sainristil. And George Pickens, him and Sainristil go at it. Pickens grabbing the face mask of Sainristil. Didn't get called for a penalty, though. Mike Williams was in the ball game on that play. Not sure if that's his first or second snap of the game, but the Steelers punt unit's going to come on, and yeah, they're showing the replay here. George Pickens lucky he didn't get called for a personal foul there. Just grabbed the face mask of Sainristil, who was in Pickens' face, just holding up his fist, showing he got the stop. This one will be caught. It's Steelers ball! The Steelers have it! Olamide Zacchaeus! A bar of soap in his hands today. 2 Steelers were around him before the ball got to him. It popped up into the air and went behind him, and the Steelers fell on it. And how about that, Ben Skoranek? And yet again, they hit Zacchaeus in the face. For the second time, it is the exact same thing that happened on the first punt of the game. Zacchaeus comes in on the ball too much, and it bounces off his face mask. This time there were Steelers around him, and this time it went past him. James Pierre and Ben Skoranek. Skoranek giving the ball to Danny Smith on the sideline. What a play there by the Steelers special teams unit. And a bit of redemption. A tiny sliver of redemption for James Pierre. And when the ball didn't even hit the ground. Pierre went after the ball. He actually swatted it into the basket of Ben Skoranek for recovery. Najee Harris now takes the handoff. He'll run forward for 3, maybe 4 yards on that play, down to about the 10.5. So the Steelers, they get a break their way. Special teams miscues tally 1 for each side in this game. Now Wilson under center yet again. Fakes the handoff to Najee, rolls to the left. It's a toss here to Pat Freiermuth. Freiermuth is going to get wrapped up by Jeremy Chin, but he has first down yardage at the 4-yard line, excuse me. So it'll be 1st and goal, Steelers from the 4. And that is a Russell Wilson specialty play right there. Fake the handoff, roll out, and hit your tight end running towards the sideline. Jumbo package now. Michael Pruitt is in the game for the Steelers. Wilson hands it off to Harris. Harris stutter steps, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. 3 tight ends in that time. And Broderick Jones may be slow to get up here. Looks like he'll be all right. Yeah, he's up and moving. So there were 3 tight ends in on that set. That was Michael Pruitt, Connor Hayward, and Darnell Washington. Now Freiermuth enters back in with Calvin Austin and George Pickens. Darnell Washington. That is a favorable matchup. Darnell Washington is lined up one-on-one at the top of the screen, it appears, with rookie corner Mike Sanders still. The safety is shaded over that way a little bit, but if he doesn't go with him, that's going to be a toss-up to Darnell Washington. Wilson takes it, looks to pass. He rolls out to left, throws, and it is going to be incomplete to Calvin Austin. Russ was flushed out to the left. He threw it. Austin couldn't handle the fastball. And it'll be 3rd and goal now. And on replay there, they show they could have had George Pickens open in the end zone, back of the end zone. His man left him to go cover Austin, so now 3rd and goal. 3rd down conversions today, 0 for 4 are the Steelers. Wilson back to pass. He's going to chuck it, and it's going to be caught. An out route by Pat Freiermuth and a touchdown to the Pittsburgh Steelers. The move! Pat Freiermuth, that is his. Is that his first touchdown reception on the year? I think it might be. 3 receiver set, Pickens, Van Jefferson, and Pat Freiermuth. Freiermuth was sandwiched in between those two, and he ran out towards the right sideline and caught it and ran it in for the touchdown. The PAT for Boswell is up and good. So the Steelers, both teams give a gift on special teams. And off of those gifts, both teams convert with touchdowns. 14-7 with almost 5 minutes shaved off in this second quarter. 14-7 is your new score. We'll be back in a matter of moments. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The Steelers, like the Commanders did in the first quarter, they capitalized off of a miscue on special teams. Olamide Zacchaeus could not field the punt cleanly. That was the second time he's done so in the game. And unlike his first muffed punt, this one is recovered by the Steelers. And 5 plays later, the Steelers get into the end zone, a touchdown pass, the second of the game for Russell Wilson to Pat Freiermuth. So, Steelers back up on top, 14-7. 12 of you watching this live stream, thank you all for joining. Please be sure to like and share this live stream, as well as you can comment live. I can see those here on my screen and pop those up if I want to. That way we can interact. After the kickoff for a touchback, Daniels is back to pass. He'll throw, and it is caught by Noah Brown, the former Houston Texan. He makes the catch and sliding out of bounds there. Gain of a first down, maybe a gain of a 12 there on that play. So good ball there delivered by Washington. And there was a flag on the play. It was on Dante Jackson, the corner for the Steelers. Jackson, his penalty is declined, so it'll be first down from the 41 of the Commanders. Daniels fakes the handoff. He's back. He's going to chuck up a deep ball here, and it is incomplete, but a flag on the play. Joey Porter Jr. was tangled up with Noah Brown for about 15 yards on that deep yard route. An easy pass interference call on the second-year man out of Penn State. And, yeah, Porter just running stride for stride with Noah Brown, but just stuck his arm out there and grabbed him by the bottom of the front of his jersey. Just held Brown from getting ahead of him. So, back-to-back pass interference penalties on the Steelers. Preston Smith is in the game now. He's at left outside linebacker in for TJ Watt. It's going to be a run here for Austin Eckler. Eckler shaking, spinning, and getting first down yardage. A 10-yard run for Austin Eckler. And now we got a bit of a scuffle here. Some pushing and shoving here. Tight end Bates for the Commanders. He is without a helmet. You saw the camera was panned away from the scrum. There's a flag down. You could see after Eckler was down, multiple players started running back towards the line of scrimmage. The referees are discussing what the heck happened here. The tight end, Jake Bates, I believe that's his name, Jake. So offsetting fouls here. And they're going to say the mic is turned off, so we don't know that I could lip read 87, so it's on Bates, who is without a helmet. Let's see here. Bates was blocking on Patrick Queen and just kept on blocking, and I think Queen might have taken him down afterwards. So, yeah, Bates and Queen were engaged in a blocking battle there. Bates, a little bit of a spit after that fact. Didn't hit anybody, just... But, yeah, so Bates and Queen, some bad blood there. They lock up in Buckhorns and couldn't get separated there. So, offsetting fouls, a first down run for Eckler. Now, Daniels passes this out for Daimi Brown, and it's read cleanly there. How about that? Beanie Bishop and Deshaun Elliott. Those two defensive backs read that screen pass to Daimi Brown perfectly. So a loss of 2 on that play. 2nd and 12 now for the Commanders. Beanie Bishop coming up big for the Steelers in their last 2 games. 3 interceptions in the last 2 matchups for the Steelers. and Deshaun Elliott, who's been the overall best addition on defense for this Steelers team this offseason. Those two combined for the stop. And now another run stop here. Eckler took the snap and ran to the right. Couldn't get to the edge quick enough before Patrick Queen. I posted on X. Patrick Queen is taking out his frustrations from watching his LSU Tigers get taken down in convincing fashion by the Alabama Crimson Tide last night. He is having the best game so far of his Steelers tenure. 3rd and 14. Back-to-back 2-yard losses for the Commanders. 3rd and 14. Empty backfield for Daniels. He takes the snap. He'll throw over the middle and is incomplete. Jimmy Brown. Minka Fitzpatrick was jumping the routes. I'm unsure if he got a hand on that ball or if he was going to clobber Noah Brown. That was Noah Brown, number 85. Anyway, Minka Fitzpatrick had a beat on the play. It is incomplete. 4th and 14. Now it is the backup kicker for today's game, Zane Gonzalez. He was signed to the practice squad and elevated in for an injured Austin Seibert. Gonzalez, his kick is up. It is straight right down the middle. So the Commanders, they get 3, a consolation prize after their drive stalls. That makes our game 14-10. So with, I believe that is 8 minutes and 11 seconds left, the Steelers will be getting the ball back, looking to get things going on offense. You know, really, they've had one good drive here today, and their other touchdown drive came off of a muffed punt, so they're looking to get more fluidity, as Mike Tomlin likes to use that word, on offense. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back. So the Steelers defense, after having the Commanders get down near their red zone, they stiffen up, and Jaylen Warren's going to catch this one in the end zone and run it out, and he's up past the 30 and bounces off another player and gets down around the 36-yard line. So Jaylen Warren, a good return there on special teams. We've been waiting for him on a kick return to start him or Cordarrelle Patterson really just waiting for a big play there. Decent-sized one there for the Steelers kickoff unit. Kick return unit, I should say. So now the Steelers offense. They take over at exactly their 35-yard line. 1st and 10. Calvin Austin in motion. We've seen a lot of that. Wilson takes snap, looks the pass. He'll throw it out, and it is unable to be hauled in by Calvin Austin. That pass, Austin had to reach for a bit, hit him in the hands, but fell down incomplete. So now we get to 2nd and 10, showing a cool gesture here for the Washington Commanders. They have stickers on their helmets of the initials of some fallen veterans. They were honoring their families. Wilson takes a snap, hands it off to Cordarrelle Patterson, shakes his way up past the line of scrimmage, and then rumbles forward for a gain of 6. So 3rd and 4 now for the Steelers offense, which has struggled on 3rd down today. I believe their only 3rd down conversion was the touchdown pass to Pat Freiermuth from the 4-yard line. Wilson making some line adjustments with Isaac Seumalo. They're looking 5-4-3-2 snap off. Wilson stepping up in the pocket. Wilson, now he takes off and he runs and he's diving for the 1st down. Russell Wilson showing he can still use his legs. Improvising there for the 1st down run. Stepped up into the pocket and then ran out to the right. Jaylen Warren with the wherewithal to he didn't really block anybody there. Was unsure whether Wilson was going to pass to him or whether he was going to tuck it and run. But nonetheless, Wilson dives for the 1st down yardage. In motion is Van Jefferson. Wilson hands it off, and wrapped up there is Jaylen Warren. Looked like it was number 4 there, Frankie Louvu. He's been making some plays for this Commanders defense. He gets into the backfield in a hurry and just wraps up Warren. Didn't tackle him at first. He just, threw him off balance and held him there enough for some help from the rest of his teammates to get the stop for loss. 2nd and 10 now. Wilson scrambling, looking, and he's going to chuck it out of bounds. They're looking. And they're talking. Looks like Broderick Jones got away with a holding penalty on Dante Fowler. But Wilson got the ball off. Michael Pruitt was in the area. So it was went well out of bounds. There was no way anybody was going to chuck it. That was almost in the 1st row, literally. But 3rd and 10 now for the Steelers. 4, 3, 2, and looks like we got a timeout will be taken here by the Steelers as the play clock was winding down. They were at 3 seconds and nobody was set for the ball to be snapped. So on 3rd and 10, the Steelers get a moment here to think about what they want to do. 15 of you now in the chat. I appreciate each and every one of you joining me here today. Please be sure to like and share this video. Also, you can live comment here. I can pop those up on the screen. You can leave your comments. I can react to them. We can chat that way. So now the Steelers on 3rd and 10. They are at around midfield here. 3rd and 10 has not been, 3rd down has not been their specialty, though they have converted their last 2 3rd downs. This will be from the 47 on the Steelers side of the field. Wilson takes the snap. He's going to chuck up a deep ball down for Calvin Austin, and it falls incomplete. Another ball that was tailing out of bounds, and the wide receiver couldn't adjust. Just a low percentage throw there from Russell Wilson. That was behind Austin. Nothing Austin could do on that play. Wilson's done that a couple of times here in this game. So now Corliss Waitman will punt. He'll get it away. It will be hit up in, check up inside the 10. Corliss Waitman. What a punt there for the number 8 backup punter, Corliss Waitman. The ball hit at the 5 and checked up at the 6. So Corliss Waitman does his job. The Commanders are going to need to go a long way if they're going to score. We'll be right back in a matter of moments. Good job by the Steelers punter. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is a designed quarterback run by Jayden Daniels. He runs out to the left and is tripped up by Patrick Queen, but after a gain of around 5 yards. So the Commanders starting this drive deep in their own territory. It was a punt from Corliss Waitman that checked up at the 6-yard line. So a 4-yard run, they rule it for Jayden Daniels. With Eckler to his right. 2 wide receivers stacked at the top of the screen. Now that one of those wide receivers in motion. Daniels back to pass. He'll throw. It is going to be caught by Terry McLaurin, who stopped right at the line to gain. He was wrapped up immediately by Joey Porter Jr. JPJ letting the official know that he thought he stopped McLaurin short of the line to gain. They're going to give him the first down. 1st and 10, 4:29 and counting down left in this first half. It's been a half dominated by defenses. And 2 out of the 3 touchdown scores in this one have been off of turnovers. And there we go. And it is a sack for Alex Highsmith. Coming off the edge, working on the left tackle, Brandon Coleman, the rookie, who is filling in for Charles Leno. There's a flag down, however. The referees are laughing. What the hell's that? Okay, Whitecap, you made me suspicious. You're like laughing. They're discussing here. And 2 fouls on the defense here. One of the holds on Deshaun Elliott. I think maybe the other was on Joey Porter Jr. Yeah, Joey on Terry McLaurin. Hands all over him. So the penalty wipes out an Alex Highsmith sack. And it gives the Commanders a new set of downs. Just completely unbelievable and unnecessary penalties here. And now Jaden Daniels, he's got 2 guys in his face yet again. That is Alex Highsmith and also the rookie undrafted free agent out of West Virginia, Beanie Bishop. The Steelers are getting pressure to Daniels, and Beanie Bishop came in untouched, and Alex Highsmith, for the second rep in a row, just blew past Brandon Coleman like he was a plastic bag blowing in the wind. Man in motion from the 31. Daniels tosses it over the middle, juggled for a minute there by Zach Ertz, and down up near the line to gain. He'll be short by about 1.5 yards. And Ertz is down slow to get up on the play. And he seems to be walking fine off the field there. So an interesting play. It looked like he might have been hurt there initially. I guess that looks like an injury. He's going to be out one play and then back in. I don't know what happened there. Maybe something, an ankle issue. But 3rd and 1 now. So the Commanders now, they will be lined up. And it looks like it's just a shoe issue for Ertz. Got to retie his shoe, apparently. That's interesting. So now it'll be from the 40-yard line exactly. 3rd and 1. Heavy set for the Commanders. It's a handoff on the jet sweep to Eckler, and he will run to the right and for first down yardage and then some. So a new set of downs coming for the Commanders. And penalties costing the Steelers this time. 2 holding calls on Joey Porter Jr. and Deshaun Elliott reinvigorated this drive for the Commanders that looked like it was heading towards being stalled after Alex Highsmith sack got called back. This one is a toss out wide here to Noah Brown. A little bit wide. Brown couldn't haul it in off of his hands and incomplete. Beanie Bishop in coverage. 14 of you in the chat right now. I saw there was a 22 or 26. Thank you all for tuning in and watching the live stream here today. I appreciate each and every one of you. Please be sure to like and share this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment so I can pop those up on the screen and we can have a discussion. Empty backfield for Daniels. He takes the snap. Daniels throws over the middle. It is caught by Zach Ertz yet again. He caught and went down to the ground and then sort of lunged himself forward for another yard before he was touched down. So 3rd and 1 yet again. This time it'll be from the 46 of the Commanders. They're trying to move quickly here. 2:30 remaining in the first half. Daniels takes the snap, hands it off to Eckler. Eckler breaks through the arms tackle, or excuse me, that wasn't Eckler. That was Jeremy McNichols, a one-time Steeler on the Black and Gold's practice squad. Isaiah Loudermilk had his arms around him, but couldn't stop him from getting the first down. Daniels now. McNichols yet again to his right. And now the 2-minute warning hits. So the Commanders, after 2 holding penalties on the Steelers, they've reinvigorated their drive. They're moving the ball pretty well, looking to put up points before the half expires. They do get the ball back to start the second half. So we'll be back in a matter of moments as we wind down the first half. Welcome back. 2-minute warning has hit. First half is coming to an end here in this tight but high defense affair. And they were just showing on the TV promoting the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul boxing match this Friday night on Netflix. I'll definitely be watching it. 21 of you in here. Comment below who you think's winning that one, Paul or Tyson. Also, feel free to like the video, share the stream, and subscribe to the channel. Was at 160 before this stream started. I got to check, see if we gained any new subscribers. Appreciate each and every one of you for joining and watching this one with me. 2 men in the backfield with Jaden Daniels. Daniels fakes the pass and hands it off to, I believe that is Rodriguez. He had a head full of steam. In fact, that was Eckler. He had a head full of steam and just tripped himself up. He stopped himself on that play. Otherwise, he might have gone for more yardage there. Yeah, he just slipped. The turf monster got him. So 2nd and 3 now. 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, and 1 running back. Snap taken by Daniels. It's a handoff here, and it's going to be wrapped up for a loss. That is the Sean Elliott given a little shimmy shake. Looks like Patrick Queen again was up there on the stop. Steelers stopping a handful of runs in the backfield for the Commanders. Timeout taken on the play. I think it might have been by Pittsburgh, but Deshaun Elliott, a loss of 1 on the play. And how about Patrick Queen? I mean, by far his best game this year in the Steelers uniform, showing why the Steelers paid him the big bucks, bringing him over from the arch rival Baltimore Ravens, who the Steelers will see next week. A pretty big weekend for Pittsburgh sports. We'll get back to that in a moment. Daniels back to pass. He'll throw it over the middle, and it is caught there by Luke McCaffrey. Younger brother of Christian McCaffrey makes the catch. The rookie out of Rice. And that gets the Commanders down to the 15, and they're going to run hurry-up offense here. Daniels takes the snap, hands it off to Eckler. Eckler waiting for a hold open. He finds it, and he gets up for about 8. Maybe up to for a gain of 9. He'll be down at about the 7.5-yard line. So 40 seconds and still rolling. Daniels. Handoff to Eckler. Eckler has first down yardage, and he is met and dumped by that's Deshaun Elliott again. Eckler had first down yardage. Timeout's going to be taken by Washington. So Eckler got the first down. It'll be first and goal from about the 4 or 3. But Deshaun Elliott, an open field tackle there, just picked up and absolutely planted Austin Eckler. Great open field tackle by Deshaun Elliott, but now the Commanders, a long time-consuming drive before the half ends, comes down to a first and goal here with 26 seconds left from the 3. Is Eckler going to get the ball again? We'll see. He's in the backfield there to the left of Daniels. Daniels takes the snap. He holds. He throws, and it is incomplete. It was for Daimi Brown, who beat his man and was wide open. Beanie Bishop was the man supposed to cover him. And the Steelers, a huge break. Daimi Brown, Beanie Bishop wasn't within 5 feet of Brown, and he just flat out dropped it. He got his head back to the quarterback. I don't know how he didn't catch that ball. Pittsburgh takes their third and final timeout of the half, and Brown just tried to catch it with his hands, and then just it hit him in the hands, and he tried to, scoop it into his body, but couldn't do it. So second and goal now. A huge break for the Steelers. 25 of you in the stream right now. I thank each and every one of you for joining me. I really appreciate it. Now bounces up to 29. I very much appreciate it, guys. Looking to grow this channel as much as possible. Taking a look here. We are up to 163 subscribers. Thank you guys very much. Let's go. Third down now. Second and goal from the 3. Daniels tosses up one-on-one, and it is incomplete, and a flag on the play. This one comes from the official from the back pylon. Joey Porter Jr., Terry McLaurin went down. They're going to call Porter for the hold, or the pass interference, excuse me. I mean, yeah, the flag didn't come from the front pylon official. It came from the official in the back. So maybe a little bit of a fall there for Terry McLaurin, but Joey Porter Jr., that's his now 3rd or 4th PI this half. He is not having a good half in coverage, just too handsy. And I get that's his play style, but that's just, you can't be doing it that much. Now Daniels makes an audible here. Heavy set. McLaurin one-on-one again. It's a handoff to Eckler. Eckler running behind the left tackle, and he's in for the touchdown. Austin Eckler, the former Charger and the veteran, his 2nd touchdown of the game. ran right behind the left guard, Allegrady, and the center, Tyler Piotish, moved his man out of the way easily. Extra point from Zane Gonzalez is up and good. So the Commanders take a 3-point lead just before half. 17-14. A drive that could have been stopped, honestly. Alex Highsmith had a huge sack back within the Commanders' 5. That was wiped out by a Joey Porter Jr. pass interference or holding. And it wasn't just Porter, it was Deshaun Elliott too, but 2 PIs, DPIs on the same drive for Joey Porter Jr. They contribute massively into the Commanders being able to put up 7 before halftime, and they're up by 3, and they're going to be able to they're going to get the ball back as well out of half. So some adjustments on defense needed for the Steelers D and the Steelers offense as well. This kickoff is going to hit at the 12 and be fielded by Cordarrelle Patterson, and Patterson is going to take it and run it up to about the 28-yard line, just short of the 30. So the ball bounced right to Cordarrelle Patterson, and he gets it up near the 30. 11 seconds here, most likely a knee coming up. And yeah, it's going to be a knee. They got the hands team there. Minka Fitzpatrick is out there. So the Steelers are going to line up. There's the kneel. And at half, the Steelers are going to need to make some adjustments. Their offense has struggled for the most part, despite 14 points. They had really one solid drive, which ended in a touchdown, and then their second touchdown, they got it because they got a gift from a turnover muffed punt by the Commanders. Meanwhile, the Steelers defense gave the Commanders offense life. They started out the game well. They had multiple 3-and-outs, forced multiple 3-and-outs, I should say, and just penalties gave the Commanders some life late there in the corner. They started that last drive, I believe, above 4 minutes, and they just killed the clock and ended it with a touchdown, a perfect drive for the Commanders offense. But I'm going to take a break. We're going to hit halftime. We'll be back for the third quarter. 28 of you in here right now. Thank each and every one of you for joining me. Please be sure to like and share this stream, as well as you can live comment here. I can see those and pop those up, and we can talk it out. And also subscribe. Saw I was up from 160 to 163. I appreciate it. All 3 of you new subscribers. And we'll be back right after this. Thank you very much. We'll be back after half. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Halftime wrapped up. It'll be time now for the Steelers. They really, really need to make some adjustments from that first half. They struggled to move the ball on offense. Russell Wilson, I believe he's only 7 or 8 for 15 for 48 yards. That is a very Kenny Pickett-esque stat line so far. The offense hasn't really moved the ball that well through the air. Some Russ's patented moon balls, they've been off the mark a handful of times. One of their 2 touchdowns only became through a muffed punt deep in Commanders' territory. And the Steelers defense gave the Commanders offense life late in that first half, and they need to figure out how to stop that offense. Right now, kickoff is away. It is fielded at the goal line. It is run out, and out to just before the 30 is Austin Eckler, who's got both touchdowns for the Commanders in this game. 22 of you in here. Thank you all for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, and share this stream. I can see your comments and pop them up here, and we can discuss and interact. So, Steelers defense looking to figure out the Commanders offense. Throw over the middle. It's caught by Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin is off to the races. He's got Joey Porter Jr. taking him down past the 30 and down to the 20 and inside the 20. Wow. Just like that. The quick throw over the middle through the zone. Micah Fitzpatrick couldn't bring McLaurin down. Joey Porter Jr. was the one who chased him down and down to about the 15. They're going to mark him down at the 17, actually. So one play is all it took for the Commanders to go from around their own 30, their own 28, to the Steelers' 17. Daniels, a design quarterback run. He only gets a yard before he's tripped up. And now we got a backup center and Tyler Biotish out for the Commanders right now. Dieter, the backup center now in. Daniels takes the snap, throws over the middle, and it's tipped and incomplete. So they've been trying to, as soon as Daniels gets the ball, throw right to the middle of the field to the open receiver in zone coverage. And that time, somebody got their hands up. Looks like it was one of the D linemen, maybe Larry Ogunjobi or Cam Hayward on that one, got their hands up. It was incomplete. So 3rd and 9 now. After a big, quick strike to get the ball into the red zone, the Commanders here. 2 plays. 3rd and 9. Throw is caught by McLaurin. He's got first down yardage, and he spins his way down to the 1. The Steelers absolutely have no answer for this quick passing attack of the Commanders. First and goal from the 1. And it's a long 1-yard 2. McNichols in the game. He takes the handoff. He runs in for the end zone pretty much untouched. The middle of that offensive line gave him a hole the size of a semi for him to run through. And the Steelers defense just continued what happened to them from the second end of the second quarter. The Commanders come right out of halftime and just with ease move the ball downfield and take it in for 6. St. Gonzalez's extra point is good. So what was a 3-point deficit for the Steelers has now extended to 10. Absolutely no answer right now for the passing attack for these Steelers. And they're going to take a break. I'm going to take a break as well. We'll be right back. Steelers need to figure things out and in a hurry. Welcome back. Steelers in trouble right now. Last two drives for the Commanders on offense have resulted in touchdowns. The Steelers down by 10. This one is going to be fielded on the kickoff by Cordarrelle Patterson. Looks like he might have stumbled a bit. And he'll get it out to the old touchback spot at the 25-yard line. Steelers offense taking the field now. They have had very much some great they've had struggles. Russell Wilson, around 50% completion right now. Accuracy has not been his friend today. Wilson under center. Najee Harris in the backfield. Wilson. It's a handoff to Harris. Harris runs through the wall. Runs through the hole on the left and is up for a first down. A huge hole on the left side of that offensive line. Najee Harris gets ahead of steam, and he actually ran into the back of new wide receiver Mike Williams, who is in on that play. Williams was occupying a corner downfield, and Najee just absolutely blasted him from behind, but got the first down. So a successful run on first down results in another first down. This time, Jaylen Warren in the backfield. The shovel pass to him. Warren running right, breaks it back to the left, and gets ahead for about a gain of 2 or 3. And just like that, after one snap, Warren gets subbed out. Michael Pruitt in the game. Harris to the left of Wilson. Calvin Austin in motion. We've seen him in motion a lot today. Wilson takes snap, fakes the handoff to Harris. Throws over the middle and incomplete. Michael Pruitt did not get his head around to catch that ball. And it's 3rd and 8 now. Probably could have been a catch. The pass was a little bit behind Pruitt, but at the same time, he was not looking, got his head around late. Missed opportunity there for the Steelers. Freiermuth motions from the right side of the formation to the left. Wilson takes a snap. Wilson checks it down to Warren. Warren's got space. Warren's got the first down past the 50, to the 40, to the 35. Jaylen Warren. The Commanders brought the pressure, and nobody stuck with Jaylen Warren, who was initially looked like he was going to pass protect on that play. But Wilson gets the ball out in time to Warren, and Warren rumbles up past midfield. There's a flag down. The officials convening here. And it looks like it's going to be on the defense. The defender, number 20, Martin, grabbed the back of Jaylen Warren's helmet. Helmet went for the stiff arm, and he grabbed like right here on the back of Warren's helmet, and that's what slung Jaylen down to the ground. But a big play, an explosive play for the Steelers offense. We've been waiting to see that today. Now, looks like a heavy set, multiple tight ends. Faking the handoff is Wilson. Wilson is going to get wrapped up and sacked on the play. That is Dante Fowler. The outside linebacker takes him down. A big loss there for the Steelers on first. And looked initially like there could have been a face mask there, but Fowler just had a grip with his right arm to the left shoulder pad of Russell Wilson, and that's how he got him down to the turf. So 2nd and 19 now. Wilson back to pass, throws over the middle, and it's caught by George Pickens. George Pickens bounces on the tackle. He's got more up past the 20, the 15, and down to the 10. George Pickens fired up. Flexing his muscles. George Pickens in route was caught. The defender, Sandra Still, and the safety, they both canceled out their tackling attempts of Pickens. Pickens broke free and got up for about another gain of 15. Now a handoff to Warren. From the 12, Warren is going to get to about the 10. George Pickens, an absolutely strong play. It was Sanders Still and Martin. They couldn't bring him down. Then he got ahead. Broke one more tackle before he was down. So 3 tackles broken in that one play there for George Pickens. Besides his touchdown receptions, they mainly have taken Pickens out of the game. Fake the handoff, Wilson. Wilson buying time. He's going to chuck this one incomplete. 2nd and 8. Van Jefferson was the closest to it. A flag is down now. Are they going to call this? What are they going to call on this? We'll see here. And they're going to call offsides on number 6. That is Dante Fowler, who just had the sack moments ago. He's the one who, he jumped just a half a second early. Maybe they say he was lined up in the neutral zone, so a little bit of a jump there gets called. Steelers now, they move up. It is 2nd and 3. from the 5. Najee Harris gets the pitch running to the right side, runs over a man, runs down to the 2. Looks like the 1.5. It's the first. He got the first down regardless. Najee Harris bulldozing over Butler, number 35 on that play, and down to the 1.5. The official announces that Spencer Anderson, the swing tackle, is eligible. Heavy set. Multiple tight ends and an offensive lineman. Handoff is to Najee. Najee running to the left and over the left guard and in. Najee Harris. Touchdown Steelers. And life for the offense. Connor Hayward was the fullback on that play. Great job by Darnell Washington in the left side of that O-line as they cleared the way for Harris to have an easy touchdown. Boswell's PAT is up and good, so the Steelers, after the Commanders score an opening half touchdown, they respond with one of their own and give themselves some life. 8:06 remaining in the third. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. After the first half of this game started with 3-and-outs galore for both teams, we now have back-to-back touchdown drives to start off the second half. It was a 1-yard touchdown run for Jeremy McNichols, answered by a 2-yard touchdown run by Najee Harris. And Chris Boswell here. I'm going to punt this one away. I think the football blew off the tee. And we're going to retry the kickoff here after the brief delay. Kickoff is away, and it will be fielded at about the 6. Bringing it out are the Commanders. It is going to be Eckler. Eckler breaks through. Eckler up past the 40 and up to around midfield, the 46-yard line. Austin Eckler having himself a day in all phases. Doing it on offense with 2 touchdowns and now on special teams with a big return there. And they're showing now the Steelers watch party down in Monterrey, Mexico. Of course, Steelers have a huge following south of our borders. 1st and 10 from the 46. Daniels fakes the snap. He looks to throw. He'll throw over the middle, and it was incomplete. Intended for Zacchaeus, and he might have had a huge game there. The pass was just a little out in front of him. He got one hand on it, but couldn't haul it in. Otherwise, he would have been off to the races. It's the same quick pass over the middle that the Steelers are having so much trouble with defending right now. Daniels gets the snap, drops back the pass. Daniels, he's going to be flushed out to the right. Daniels throws it. Is going to be caught. Did he get both feet in? They're going to say it's a catch for Noah Brown. Flag is down. And it's a holding on the offense, so it's going to come back. Tyler Biadasz, the center, back in. Missed a brief time, was out with injury. But he gets called for a holding, negates a big gain for the Commanders. Yeah, he just got his arm. And now they call offsetting penalties. So it is not a penalty. They call offsetting penalties. They got the hold on Biadasz, and they got a defensive pass interference on Dante Jackson. So the penalty's offset, and we're going to get 2nd down again from the 46. Daniels fakes the handoff. Pressure all around him. He rolls out to the left. Now he throws a bullet, and it's broken up. Incomplete there. Intended for Luke McCaffrey. Cameron Sutton, welcome back. His first game back with the Steelers after serving his suspension. Gets a hand on that one and breaks it up. And that was an absolute bullet. It actually went through the hands of McCaffrey. Sutton may have broken it up even if he had caught it, but nonetheless, it's an incompletion. 3rd and 10. Daniels back to pass on an empty set. Pass is tipped up at the line and almost intercepted. TJ Watt, one of the best in the league at getting his hands up. He tipped the ball straight up in the air. He just couldn't find it in time. Almost had the interception. Or no, that was Cam Hayward, excuse me. Cam Hayward tipped it up in the air. Got his big left paw beating the right guard, Sam Cosme. And Watt just got his head up just a tad, a fraction of a second too late to be able to come down with the pick. Tressway, the lefty, will punt it. Just realizing now we got a battle of lefties in the punting game, and Calvin Austin did not fair catch it, and he got blown up. Percy Butler. Calvin Austin was at the 10, did not fair catch it, and Percy Butler, with a full head of steam, clobbered Austin. He luckily held on to the ball. But the Steelers defense gets the stop they needed, down by 3 in the 3rd quarter. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The Steelers defense got the stop they needed to really stop the momentum of the Commanders offense. 1st and 10 here from the Steelers' own 7-yard line. And Najee Harris going to dance his way forward. That is a very hard 5 to 6 yards. He went to the right initially. Everything was all clogged up, and he broke it left and was juking people just to get those 5 yards. There's a flag, though. Late flag came in at the end of that run. Let's see what they call here. Camera is panned towards Broderick Jones, so looks like this might be on the Steelers. Mike Tomlin, palms to the sky. And the holding is going to be called on the returning rookie center out of WVU, Zach Frazier. His first game back from an ankle injury he suffered in Week 6 against the Las Vegas Raiders. So that hard run by Najee Harris canceled out. Najee Harris stands in the end zone here. Looks like he might be getting the rock again to give the Steelers some breathing room from their own end zone. Instead, it's Russell Wilson back to pass. Wilson's going to chuck up a move ball here for George Pickens, and it is incomplete. Or excuse me, that was not George Pickens. That was Van Jefferson. Mike Sanders still, the corner in coverage out of Michigan. And yet again, a ball that took the receiver out of bounds, made the receivers need to come back that way. Very tough ball to catch. 2nd and 13 now. Wilson under center, gives the ball to Harris. Harris runs up past the 7, maybe up to the 8 here, so it'll be 3rd and 10 now. So back to their initial spot of where they started this drive. Harris comes out. Jaylen Warren, the 3rd down back, now in. Jefferson in motion, comes in a little bit. Wilson takes the snap. He'll drop back the pass in his own end zone. Wilson's going to heave up a deep ball here, and it is incomplete. Calvin Austin was the intended target, but an overshot for Russell Wilson falls incomplete in a 3-and-out for the Steelers offense. Maybe a little bit of a hold could have been called there on St. Juste, but probably wouldn't have been a catchable ball anyways. Corliss Waitman, well in his end zone here, gets the snap, and they brought the house there. Almost got the punt, but this one will bounce at the 48 and bounce then back into Steelers territory. So some good field position coming up for the Washington Commanders after a Steelers drive that, once again, penalties have been killing the Steelers today. We'll be back after this. Welcome back. I think we're just about through the third quarter here, 24-21. The Commanders over the Steelers. So far this half, one touchdown drive apiece, and then one punt for each. And the Commanders, their third possession of this half, they get premium field position after a punt backed up in the Steelers' end from the 42. Daniels back to pass. He'll throw. It is caught, and a nice catch nonetheless there. Noah Brown, a quick slant on Dante Jackson. He had to reach up and behind him a little to make that catch and hang on to it. Jaden Daniels been throwing some missiles out here. Now a handoff here goes to, I believe that is Eckler. No, that is Rodriguez. He was met there by Landon Roberts at the line of scrimmage, no gain. So third down here and short for Washington. Daniels today just above 50% completion percentage, just over 150 yards passing. The line to gain is the 32 from the 34 handoff. It's going to be Eckler, and he has a first down. Austin Eckler turning back the clock today. The veteran ex-Charger coming to try to revive his career with this Commanders team. Breaks off a couple of tackles and gets ahead for the first down. Now Daniels tried to quick pass here, and he's going to get wrapped up there. So whatever play call that was for the Commanders, it looked like maybe there was a screen coming. Maybe even a double screen there because the offensive line was just gone. The Steelers diagnosed that play perfectly, and Daniels lost a couple of yards on the play. They're showing the highlight package for TJ Watt here today. Hasn't had any tackles yet. Now Daniels back to pass. Daniels throws over the middle, and it is caught and incomplete by Zach Ertz. It bounced off of the turf. Yeah, Ertz incomplete. From the angle they just showed on the camera, it looked like he had the catch, but it bounced off of the turf and then back up into his hands. Incomplete. Deshaun Elliott in coverage. 3rd and 11 now. Let's see if the pass rush can get to Daniels. They've done so on a couple of occasions today, especially Alex Highsmith. Daniels takes a snap. They chip Highsmith. Daniels throws well short of the stick. It's caught, and Eckler is going to be down about 4 yards short. 4th down now. Great tackle there by the Pro Bowl safety, Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the kick unit will come onto the field. Great job by Fitzpatrick. Open field tackle to get Eckler down before he could break it and get to the line to gain. This will be a 41-yard attempt. Wind is blowing, and Gonzalez compensates for the field goal. Wind was blowing from the camera angle. Wind was blowing to the left quite a bit. Gonzalez aimed a little bit to the right and got it through for the field goal. Almost Dante Jackson got a hand on it. So the Commanders go up by a touchdown score now. 27. They'll let me type here. Sorry about my dogs if y'all can hear on the microphone here. 27-21 now with 2:51 remaining in the third quarter. And now the officials talking with head coach Dan Quinn of the Washington Commanders. Quinn, lastly, the defensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys, which that game is coming on after this game. Cowboys and Eagles, that rivalry game. Cooper Rush will be the quarterback for Dallas. I have no idea. Did anybody... I saw a post from Bob Pompiani today. Has anybody confirmed? Saw Jalen Hurts for the Eagles is dealing with an ankle injury. Is Kenny Pickett starting today for the Eagles? I am unsure. I doubt it. The kickoff here will be caught by Cordarrelle Patterson, and he will bring it out to about the just short of the 25. So Cordarrelle Patterson, 3 returns now in this game for Patterson. I think that's his most returns in a game this season. We're showing the quarterback comparison now. Russell Wilson, 9 for 20, not his day. 108 yards, does have 2 touchdown passes. However, quick pitch here to Najee. Najee is going to run into 2 defenders, but get a gain of about 1. It was St. Juste and a lineman there who met Harris. He had to fight to get that yard. Second and 9 now. Russell out under center. Russell moving around, and he's going to get sacked. Pressure from the Commanders. They were all around him as soon as he stopped his drop back. And it's Dante Fowler again. He's looking for maybe a big shot downfield on that design play. He had a safety valve to Darnell Washington to his left that he couldn't get to. So 3rd and 14 now, lost to 5. Wilson takes the snap, drops back. Now moving out to the right. Wilson's going to chuck an absolute deep ball, and it is going to be intercepted. Intercepted by Jeremy Chin. And George Pickens at the end of the field. He's tangled up with somebody. Chin still returning it to the 40 and down at around the 36. Meanwhile, downfield, I think George Pickens is still tossing with somebody. We'll see. Was he touched down at all? Maybe Pickens touched him down. I don't know. I think Pickens touched him down. Pickens touched him on the foot. He's down all the way back there. But the first interception yeah, now they're calling it a touch. So Russell Wilson throws his first interception of his Steelers career. It was basically a glorified arm punt, and Pickens touched as Chin caught the ball. He hit the ground and was spinning around, and he touched him on the back of the right ankle, maybe touched his Achilles. So all that return for nothing for Chin, but basically a glorified punt for Russell Wilson. Turnovers in this game are now 1 apiece, with 1:27 left in the 3rd. From the 26 now, the Commanders Jaden Daniels, he's going to chuck up a deep ball for himself, and it is going to be caught by Terry McLaurin inbounds. What a catch on Joey Porter Jr. Airtight coverage from Joey Porter Jr. And down the left sideline, Terry McLaurin with an absolute brilliant catch. And a run here gets a gain of about 5. I think that was Jeremy McNichols. Yeah, it was McNichols. Second and 5 here. This will probably be the last play of the third quarter. At the 41 of the Steelers are the Commanders. Daniels takes the snap. Cam Hayward all around him. Cam Hayward takes him down. So a great end to the third quarter there for the Steelers. The captain, Cam Hayward, his second sack of the game, was able to trip up Daniels enough and then finish the job. So that brings an end to the third frame. Real quick, George Davis in the comments. We are going to lose this game if they don't get their heads out of their asses. Can't say I don't agree there. Penalties have been the biggest problem here today for the Steelers. Penalties have cost them in the first half, and it's what, to this point, resulted in Washington getting the score at the end of the first half. And, you know, one of the main culprits today has been Joey Porter Jr. and then some holds on the offensive line. But right now the Commanders have the momentum. Maybe that Cam Hayward sack changed the momentum back, but the Steelers defense needs to get a stop here to keep this a one-score game to have a hope of really getting back into this one the way the offense is playing. We'll be back in a couple seconds. Welcome back. Fourth quarter now underway. Forgot to update my graphic here. From their own 49, it's 3rd and 16 for Washington. A quick toss out here to Diane Brown. Brown now running back to the left, and he's going to lose even more yardage there. What was that play call? Looked like it was a setup screen pass to Brown on the right side, and for some reason he ran backwards and towards the left side of the field, and it is Preston Smith They had all three outside linebackers, Smith, Watt, and Highsmith on the field there. And Preston Smith, the newcomer, is the one who made the tackle. 4th and 27. It's a punt for Tress Way. It's going to bounce at the around the 25 and roll all the way down to the 14 of the Steelers. So a good punt there for Tress Way. Calvin Austin didn't run up to field it and didn't field it on the hop. He just let it roll all the way down to the 14. So showing Jaden Daniels on the sidelines, got towels. Looks like a heating pad wrapped around him. Did have injured ribs a couple weeks ago. But the defense giving the offense another chance here. And they need to figure things out and in a hurry. Russell Wilson, it has not been his day one bit. Has 2 touchdowns, but an interception. Was 9 for 20 last time I checked the stats. Probably even worse than that now. Now George Pickens gets a quick pass out wide and gets about 3. Pickens, I have no idea what he was doing there. Pickens got a gain of 3. But as soon as he caught the ball, he was like trying to run. He like jumped in the air and stiff-armed St. Juste in the face mask, and shocking Pickens didn't get called for a face mask there. But nonetheless, it's a minimal gain of about 2 or 3. They give him 4, actually. 2nd and 6. Under center, Wilson. Warren in the backfield. Van Jefferson in motion. Handoff is to Warren. Warren breaking through one-arm tackle, and he is brought down 2 yards short of the line to gain. It'll be 3rd and 2 now. And they have their sideline reporter there. The rain coming down more now in D.C. Calvin Austin in motion. Wilson takes a snap. He's back to pass. He throws. It is caught by George Pickens, and that's a 1st down for the Steelers. George Pickens open. Good gain there for the Steelers. Gain of about 15 yards there. George Pickens. Very good game for him today. 7 targets, 5 receptions for 71 yards. They flash up the graphic just now. Under center again is Wilson. Harris in the backfield. Wilson takes the snap. It's handed off to Najee. Najee bouncing to the right, and he will get up past the line of scrimmage for a gain of about 2 or 3 yards. 3 yards they give him. 2nd and 7 now. Busy day for Najee, who really in the past couple of months has been proving that he was worthy of the 5th-year option. Very spiteful, very hungry Najee Harris this year. 36 of you now in the chat. Thank you all very much. Feel free to like and share this stream. Please subscribe to the channel, and you can comment in the live stream here as Najee Harris runs through, and now a rugby scrum, and Harris on 2nd and 7 gets up just a yard, if that, shy of the 1st down. Najee Harris. Steelers love those rugby scrums. But like I was saying, please be sure to subscribe, and you can comment in the live chat to I can pop those up on the screen and we can interact that way. 3rd and 1 now for Harris. There is Connor Hayward in the fullback position. Handoff is to Najee, and Najee, he is going to be stopped short. He maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. Fourth and 1. A Commanders player wound up with the ball. Washington is claiming they have the ball. And Najee Harris is down on the field too. Oh no. Najee is grabbing at his ankle. They help him up and he angrily walks off the field. Oh, that is a bad look there. Najee Harris had the back of his legs landed on and his ankle got caught underneath. You hope that isn't anything too serious. Najee, one of the most durable running backs in the entire NFL, gets his right ankle landed on. Twisted the wrong way a good bit. Hoping he's all right. And hoping that Washington also doesn't get the ball as well. Would be a double whammy, losing the ball and Najee in the same play. We'll be back in a moment. All right, welcome back. Steelers are going to be going for it here on 4th and 1. So, assuming after the break they ruled it was not a turnover. Najee Harris standing on the sideline for the Steelers without a trainer, or there is a trainer there, but he's not really looking at him. Handoff here is to Warren, and Warren lowers his head and gets forward for gets the first down and then some. So a great run there by Jaylen Warren. It's a great thing to have two running backs who are not afraid to stick their face in the fan. Great pulling block there by Mason McCormick, the rookie out of South Dakota State. He's fired up after the play. So hopefully all good news there for the Steelers after that. The third down play. Harris seems to be all right, at least for now. Wilson takes the snap. He's going to throw it here for Darnell Washington, incomplete. Maybe there was a screenplay set up there for the big man, but Wilson had to get that ball out quickly. And good news there. Great reporting from Evan Washburn of CBS. Harris standing on the sideline with the doctor for the Steelers. Did some light jogging on the sideline. He appears to be fine. Wilson takes a snap back to pass again. Wilson's going to chuck up a deep ball here for George Pickens, and it's caught! Flag on the play, but George Pickens, him and Terry McLaurin exchanging left sideline passes there where they keep their feet in. Did he keep his feet in? 1 foot down, 2 feet down. Great job, George Pickens. There was a penalty on the defense for a neutral zone infraction, but the penalty is taken off the board. And George Pickens, what a catch, showing some true wide receiver one stuff today. He's most likely going to be seeking a contract before the final deal of his rookie contract this offseason. He's earning himself a big payday right now. Jaylen Warren again gets ahead for 4 yards on that run. Najee Harris still helmet on, gets a helmet tap there for Mike Tomlin. Jaylen Warren, he's the feature back right now. Still in there, gets the handoff. Running to the left a bit, gets ahead for a gain of about 3. So it'll be about 3rd and 2 here for the Steelers. Third and 2. 8:29 remaining in the game and counting down. Steelers are going to be at around 6 minutes on this drive. Wilson under center. Heavy set on offense. 2 wide receivers are Pickens and Jefferson. Jefferson in motion. Handoff is to Warren. Warren breaks through, and Warren up for a first down up to the 10, and he's down. Jaylen Warren stuttered for a half second, and then the hole opened up for him, and he ran through it like a bullet train. How about that? Jaylen Warren carving up this Commanders defense. Steelers run, hurry up here. Jefferson in motion again. Looks like it might be the same play. It is the same play. Warren, someone dove at his legs. He jumped up over him a bit and down for a gain of about 2. So the Steelers in the red zone. 2nd and 7 now. Inside the 10. Jaden Daniels waits on the sideline. 7:20 remaining. Warren now 13 rushes for 59 yards on the day. Jefferson, handoff is again to Warren. Warren up past the line of scrimmage for the first down. Can they push him in? He's down at the 1. They're going to mark him down. Jaylen Warren. And hang on, they're calling it Commanders ball. And it's a fumble recovered by Washington at the 1. Oh my God. They called it on the field. They never whistled forward progress, which Warren was stopped at the 1. They maybe could have called it, but Jaylen Warren, the ball gets ripped away from him at the 1-yard line. The play continued, and the Steelers so close to taking the lead. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Warren, with Harris out of the game, looked like he was on a roll. He was on a roll. He was just big run after big run, and it ends tragically with a fumble at the 1-yard line, ripped out and recovered by the Commanders. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome back. From the 1 yard line, the Commanders, they stripped Jaylen Warren. They pried the ball free as Warren was fighting for the goal line. It's at the 1. Handoff to Rodriguez. He gets up for a gain of about 2 or 3 on the play. And the rules analyst, Gene Steratore, saying that there should have been there should have been a whistle blown there for stopping a forward progress. Now a run again here for Rodriguez, and this time it's a bigger gain of about 4 yards, 5 yards. And he gets up to the first down, but there is a flag on the play back near the line of scrimmage, so this might be coming back. And it is a holding on 87. That's Bates, the tight end. Wondering if he was engaged with Queen again. Earlier they had offsetting personal fouls, and Queen seeming to be flexing his arm there. Queen flexing his right arm there. Might be a little dinged up here. So 2nd and 8 now. The ball was spotted at the 2.5 yard line. Daniels is going to pass here. Daniels going to chuck one deep over the middle, and he had a man, Luke McCaffrey, but it's incomplete. Just ahead of him. Daniels upset with himself. McCaffrey catches that in stride. He is most likely off to the races for 6. TJ Watt upset on the play in a massive hold there on Trenton Scott that was not called. Watt shaking his head, arms to the sky, letting the ref know it. Tej, you're the best defensive player in football. You're not going to get help. You don't deserve it. Just saying. Daniels back to pass again. Daniels now throws, and it is going to be at the feet of the intended target, Eckler. Cam Hayward and Alex Highsmith were bearing down on Daniels. He had to get rid of it, or else it would have been a safety. But the Steelers defense, and never mind, that was TJ Watt who got Daniels and planted him. So Daniels just had to spike it at the feet of his check down Austin Eckler. Now, Tressway, he has his heels at the back of the goal. No rush for the Steelers. He gets it away, and it's a boomer. Received at the 40. Austin now. Austin up past midfield, spinning his way, and down at the 46 in Commander's territory. A great return there for Calvin Austin after taking that at his own 40. So, a 10-yard return for Austin has the Steelers offense starting in enemy territory. Now, for really the first time this season, well, the first time with Russell Wilson at least, with 5:46 remaining in the fourth quarter, how does this Steelers offense, how do they perform under pressure when the game is on the line? Najee Harris, good news, is in the backfield. And he gets the ball. Flag flies immediately here. And Harris gets ahead for about a gain of 7. So another flag in what has been an absolutely slog of a game for so many flags. Most of them on the Steelers. And it's an illegal formation penalty on offense. So the Steelers keep just hitting themselves in the head over and over again with these penalties. Russell Wilson, 12 for 25 for 2 touchdowns and an interception, 140 yards. And TJ Watt, shockingly, does not have a single tackle in this game on 50 snaps. Has one quarterback hit, no tackles. 1st and 15 now. Toss out wide to Harris. It's well read by the Commanders, and he's going to lose even more yardage here. A loss of 1. Second and 16 now. Steelers are going to have to pass it here. 5:05. Now exactly 5 minutes remaining in this ball game. And the Steelers haven't done anything on offense within their past couple of drives. They moved it down the field well, but this time it's just been absolutely brutal. Empty backfield. Wilson stands alone. He takes the snap, drops back to pass. Wilson pump fakes, moves to the left a little bit, now moves back to the right. Wilson improvising, throws. It is going to be caught by Calvin Austin. A good catch there. 2nd and 17 turns into 3rd and manageable. Wilson improvising, rolled out to the left, then back to the right. And he hit Calvin Austin, who was standing moving back at about the 40-yard line. So this will be 3rd and 3 now. And now we got a pause here. And Austin on the play got sandwiched. And he is wobbly. He heads to the sideline. So Austin, woozy. He's going to head to the blue medical tent. He took a shot there. It was Frankie Louvu and Ben St. Just. In fact, it was just Ben St. Just who hit Austin, and Austin was on sea legs. Might have been one of those calls from the neurotrauma consultant. They have in the NFL one of those. They have a doctor in the press box every game who watches every hit, and they can voice down to the referee to say, hey, take this player out of the game. Now Wilson takes the snap, 3rd and 3, tosses over the middle. It's Pratt Freiermuth on a crosser, and it's a 1st down for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Looked like it was that the safety, Jeremy Chin, who was covering Freiermuth. So a new set of downs for the Steelers with 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining on the clock. Freiermuth has caught all 3 of his targets for 17 yards. Harris takes the handoff. Harris will duck his way forward for about a gain of 1 or 2. Warren, after fumbling, I don't think he's taken a snap yet for the Steelers. If I'm being honest with you, Najee Harris has gotten the handoffs, and Cordarrelle Patterson was in there for that Calvin Austin catch. Mike Williams is in the game now. Haven't seen him too much today. It'll be interesting to see the snap count for him. Williams is lined up in the slot. They got all 3 of their big wide receivers out there. Jefferson, Pickens, and Williams. Wilson, pressure comes. Throw over the middle is incomplete. It was intended for Darnell Washington, and yet again, a receiver did not get his head around. It was high. I'm not sure even if the 6'8 Washington saw it. I'm not sure if he's going to make that catch. Looked like it might have been behind him too, but just brutal miscommunications and errors and penalties and a floppy game played today by the Steelers defense and their offense, the Steelers in general. 37 of you in the chat right now. Feel free to comment live. I can see your comments on the screen. We can interact. Wilson's going to take a timeout here on 3rd and 9. Also, please subscribe to the channel. I appreciate each and every one of you. Let's see here. We are up to 168 subscribers. We've gained 8 subscribers during the stream today, 3 hours and 14 minutes in. I appreciate all of you. They are showing the highlights of the game now, but now as we really wind down towards the 2-minute warning, the Steelers offense, let's see if they can convert here on third down. It might be fourth down territory as well. But 2:27 left on the clock. A sloppy, error, and mistake-filled game for the Steelers. By far, at least in my opinion, I say this is their ugliest performance of the year. Russell Wilson, in what has been an almost forgettable day, takes the snap. Pressure immediately. Wilson's going to chuck up a ball for Mike Williams. He got him from the touchdown! Unbelievable! It's Mike freaking Williams in his first game in black and gold from being slandered in New York by Aaron Rodgers. He is praised in Pittsburgh as the Steelers are an extra point away from taking the lead. He was one-on-one with St. Juice. He beat him, and what a beautiful hand-eye coordination catch. He had to reach back a little bit. The kick for the Bonds is up, and it is good. The Steelers have taken the lead. 28-27, excuse me. Unreal. Welcome to Pittsburgh, Mike Williams. There is your new score, and just before the 2-minute warning, the pressure came immediately, and Wilson chucked it up. Williams had to reach back a little bit to about right here to make the catch, but he did so. Unreal. 6'4" receiver Mike Williams, who didn't have a touchdown this season, from the doghouse in New York to the penthouse in Pittsburgh. Mike Williams, if the Steelers can hang on, will have a legendary debut. Russell Wilson, they showed on the replay, fired up, pumping his fist. The Steelers sideline juiced up. Boswell kicks it off. It's going to be fielded at about the 4. It's Austin Eckler. Eckler had one good return earlier, and he's got another one there, hurdling a sea of players up to about the 36. Wilson, Williams, Tomlin all high-fiving each other on the sideline. But we are not done yet. It is a long road ahead. 2:16 left on the clock. You have the 2-minute warning in 16 seconds, plus all 3 timeouts remaining for the Commanders. Jayden Daniels. He's got Eckler to his right. He takes the snap. He'll drop back to pass. Highsmith is after him, and he's going to get him, but Daniels gets it away, and Highsmith is down now on the writhing in pain. Oh, no. Alex Highsmith, please be okay. Oh, no. Alex Highsmith. Daniels threw the ball in the dirt, incomplete, and Highsmith. Ooh. Highsmith rolled his ankle. He stepped. Oh, that is not a good look. As Daniels threw the ball in the dirt, Highsmith went to take down Daniels, and oh, that is out. That is done. An absolutely horrible ankle injury for Highsmith. He cannot put any weight on it. He's going to be helped off the field. Highsmith, his left leg, his left foot landed on the top of the left foot of Jayden Daniels, And from the still shot they showed, his ankle just gave out. And that is a huge loss for this Steelers team. And I know it's in the moment, but this is exactly what the Steelers prepared for in trading Preston Smith. He's in now at right outside linebacker. Daniels, back to pass. And it's caught by Noah Brown. He stiff arms James Pierre and gets the first down yardage and about 4 or 5 yards extra. James Pierre also in the game for an injured player. Dante Jackson left earlier with a hamstring injury and hasn't returned. So at the 2-minute warning now, 28-27. A heartbreaking, devastating injury for Alex Highsmith. You hope when they get him checked out, it's nothing too serious or, season ending. But 2-minute warning. The road to the finish. It's going to be very emotion-filled. We'll be back in this one. Welcome back. 2-minute warning. Steelers up by just 1 point. 3 timeouts remaining for the Commanders. 2 timeouts remaining for the Steelers from the Commanders' 49-yard line. Daniels takes the snap. He's going to run it up the middle on a design quarterback run. He's wrapped up there by Keanu Benton, who takes him down. He only got back to the line of scrimmage, got a yard. So the ball is at exactly midfield here. Again, just moments ago, Alex Highsmith, an ankle injury. He's done for the day. Daniels throws, and it's going to be incomplete. Watt got around the right tackle. Trenton Scott, and on the forward release, Watt got a piece of his arm, and the ball went out of bounds, so incomplete. So now it's 3rd and 9 for the Commanders. The field goal marker is at the 39-yard line. That is about 5 yards past the first down marker for the Commanders. Terrible towels are waving in D.C. They have flooded the stands. Daniels in an empty backfield. They got to get 9 for the first down. Takes the snap. He throws it deep, and it is going to be broken up on the play. Noah Brown was the intended target, but James Pierre making up for the dropped pass on the 4th down punt fake earlier. He makes up for it there with a pass breakup. Filling in for the injured Dante Jackson. James Pierre with a huge play. 4th and 9 now. And now an injury timeout here. Or no, not an injury timeout. The clock stopped at 1:29. Daniels takes the snap. The game on the line. Throws over the middle. It is caught at the marker. Are they going to give it to him? They are going to stay at the moment. It's going to come down to the officials. The ball was caught, and they're pointing at the Steelers football. It's Steelers ball. He was short by no more than a yard. It was caught by Zach Ertz and Minka Fitzpatrick and DeMonte Casey. They tackled Ertz down. They have to bring out the chain gang for this one. On the replay, it looks like the ball was right there. I don't know. We'll see. Right now, they called it a first down Steelers. And they're just going to give it's under review now. Okay. The pass from Daniels was to the middle of the field, Zach Ertz. He had to go down to a knee just about to make this catch and was immediately tapped down by DeMonte Casey. Right there. Right there, he's down. He caught the ball, and it was about half a second later. Minka Fitzpatrick tagged him down. That might be a game-saving hit by Minka Fitzpatrick. As Ertz was catching it, he was down on his knees. He tried to, lean back for the first down, and Minka Fitzpatrick from Ertz's left side just came in and stood his ground, stood him right up. Now we wait to see what the call is. Play is still under review. This game by no means is over. Should this remain the call on the field at Steelers ball. The Commanders still have all 3 of their timeouts remaining. The clock is at about 1 minute 25 seconds right now. So 3 stops will probably give the Commanders the ball back with a little over a minute. And they call it Steelers football. The call on the field stands. Huge play by the Steelers defense. Multiple of the Steelers defensive backs pointing to the stands, unsure if they are crediting Steeler faithful who have shown up and shown out for this game, or if they are heckling back at some Commanders fans. Either way, it's first down Steelers. Harris takes the snap, bounces, and he'll push himself ahead for about 2 yards, maybe 2.5. 1:12 remaining. A first down is what the Steelers need in an absolute ugly showing for the most part on both sides of the ball. All 3 phases of the game for Steelers have their ups and downs. The lowest of lows, the highest of highs. Penalties. Miscommunications. Not getting your head around on balls. Missed tackling. All of those errors. The Steelers may survive if they get a first down here. Harris takes the pitch, and he is absolutely blasted. What a hit there by Percy Butler. A loss on the play. Percy Butler, that's his second big hit for the Commanders today. If you remember, he had a mammoth shot on Calvin Austin, who didn't fair catch a punt return earlier. So now it'll be 3rd and long. You have to run the ball here. Make them spend their last timeout. It's 3rd and 8. 1:08 remaining. Steelers defense probably preparing themselves to go back out. Najee Harris in the backfield, Freiermuth motions. 3 wide receivers and a tight end. It's a handoff to Cordarrelle Patterson, actually. That's who that is. Patterson, he's fighting for the first down, and he's going to be close. Cordarrelle Patterson got the handoff and took it left, and he fought through a couple of bodies. But would have left it as a 4th and maybe 5 or 6. It's now 4th and 1, just on the Washington side of the field. .102 remaining. 1:02. Washington has no timeouts remaining. The Steelers have 2. It's 4th and 1. The ball is just on the Commander's side of midfield. Arthur Smith talking into his headset. Are they going to go for it on 4th and 1 from midfield? The offense is back out there. Tomlin talking to Russell Wilson, telling him what he wants to do. Judging by the quick shot they gave, it's a 4th and a long one, too. It's not just a push kind of play here. It is exactly 1 yard, maybe even a tiny bit more. Pittsburgh has 2 timeouts. I wonder if this could be to try to get them to jump here. With 13 seconds remaining here, let's see what they call. And they got him to jump! They got him to jump! It worked! It worked! The players are jumping up and down. Russell Wilson with a little shimmy shake. And oh my goodness, in hilarious fashion, the Steelers are going to win the ball game. They got the rookie, number 95, Johnny Newton. He jumped, and the Steelers celebrate. Oh my goodness. What a job there by head coach Mike Tomlin, by Russell Wilson, by everybody on that play. Russ takes the nail down in a game that was filled with errors. Russell Wilson doing the Antonio Brown put that on dance. And a game that has been very sloppy at times, but a high-scoring affair nonetheless. It's going to end on a jump off sides by Johnny Newton, the rookie for the Commanders, defensive tackle. Wilson takes one more knee, the clock ticks down, and the Pittsburgh Steelers, in every definition of the word when I say this, survived in DC. 28-27 is the final score. There's your final, ladies and gentlemen. What was very mistake-filled. The Steelers got a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. Usually after the bye week, Mike Tomlin has a tendency to where the team plays extremely well out of the bye week. Today was absolutely the opposite of that. As we said, penalties, mental mistakes, not getting your head around on the ball, tackling, fumble, losing the fumble. All of that, the Steelers overcome it and hang on to win 28-27. The newcomer, Mike Williams, a legendary debut, gets his first touchdown reception as a Steeler, is the game winner. 24 of you in the chat. I saw there was around 33, 37. I couldn't really see from standing up over here. Thank each and every one of you for joining me today. My voice is going to have a rough time the rest of the night, but an electric ending. When they needed it, the Steelers defense stood up and the Steelers offense came through. That'll do it for me, ladies and gentlemen. An amazingly bad game. Can that be correctly described? An amazingly bad game that had a happy ending for the Steelers. That'll do it for me, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much for joining in here today. Let me do one last check. We are at 171 subscribers. That is amazing. 11 subscribers gained today through what's going to be around 3 hours and 40 minutes of streaming. If those of you who are subscribed are still here, thank you all very much. It means everything to me. Please, all of you who have watched live or will be going back and watching this later, please feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like and comment and share this stream. And please be sure to come back tomorrow. I do daily, weekdays, daily news videos on all three Pittsburgh sports teams, the Pirates, Penguins, and Steelers. And work very hard on those during the day. Please be sure to come back then. Thank you all for joining me today. What a game. The Steelers moved to 7-2. They firmly remain at the top of the AFC North. And we will see how everything pans out starting next week. We will get more as the gauntlet just gets tougher. They play the Ravens. They got all 6 of their divisional games left on the schedule. Rodney Cotton, I love you. Love Steelers. Absolutely, Rodney. Thank you very much, brother. And we will be back here on Monday. Come back tomorrow for the Monday edition of the Steel City Sports Report, and maybe we'll be back live next weekend for Steelers Ravens. Until then, thank you guys very much. Appreciate each and every one of you staying with me for this past 3 hours, 40 minutes. Appreciate it. Thank you guys. You have a good rest of your night. Let's go Steelers. Come back tomorrow. Peace.